Hello, Sun City residents. This is Rusty Bradshaw, and I'm here to give you some highlights from the Sun City Homeowners Association Roads and Safety Committee meeting that happened on Wednesday, March 19th. And to start off, I want to tell you about a change that took place on Del Webb Boulevard at Bell Road. Drivers in the community who remember when you're going northbound on Del Webb, it's 2 lanes until you get nearly to Bell Road, then it has 3 lanes. And on the other side of Bell Road, that 3rd lane disappears almost immediately. That was creating a bit of a concern for the Roads and Safety Committee, and for the last several years they've been asking Maricopa County Department of Transportation to mark that 3rd lane as a right turn only lane. And the county has been reluctant to do so, claiming that it did not meet warrants for such a marking. Well, about sometime during the weekend, I believe it was, my wife and I were heading down to QT. It was on Friday, as a matter of fact, last Friday. And we saw cones blocking off that northbound lane, cutting it down to 1 lane. Lo and behold, yesterday we were going to Einstein Brothers Bakery. The cones were gone, and that 3rd lane was marked as a right turn only lane. So now when you're going northbound on Del Webb, if you get in that 3rd lane, you have to turn right. Remember, you can't go straight across. It's now a right turn only lane in that 3rd lane on Del Webb Boulevard, right at Bell Road. The Road and Safety Committee's efforts, though it took quite a while, their efforts finally paid off. The same thing was done at 99th and Bell Road several years ago because of the same concerns. But the county was reluctant to do it on Del Webb, but they finally did. All right, and from Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, they reported that in February, there were 592 calls for service in Sun City and 49 traffic stops. There were only 11 stolen vehicles in February. There were 33 vehicle crashes without injuries and only 4 with injuries. The number 1 calls for service were welfare checks and alarms. Captain Brian Stutzman reported that there are forms available for residents to fill out and send back to MCSO to indicate speed concerns in specific areas of the community. Those forms are available on the MCSO website. Captain Stutzman also said that they are adding some speed enforcement, but they're still short-staffed. So those assigned to the speed enforcement may be called off to handle other more high-priority calls elsewhere in the county. Committee member asked about temporary parking signs that have cropped up on a number of streets in Sun City, and the McDOT official who was there at the meeting had no information on those, what they were about, whether that is going to indicate permanent no parking in those areas or whether those were out for a specific reason. It was suggested they were out there for street sweeping to keep cars from parking there so that street sweepers could come along, but it's not certain that's what they're for. They were going to try and get some information and follow up. May not hear anything about that until the next meeting of the Roads and Safety Committee. Additional concerns about parking on streets were that in the areas where there are group homes, People are parking on both sides of the street. However, Captain Stutzman said it was likely the county won't put up any no parking signs on Sun City streets as long as there's enough room for the fire trucks to get through. So even if there's parking on both sides of the street and there's enough space for fire trucks to get through, they won't do anything in terms of changing the parking rules. Sun City streets were made wider than most streets in municipalities and new subdevelopments. So that was the highlights from the Roads and Safety Committee meeting on Wednesday, March 19th. The next meeting of the Roads and Safety Committee will be 10 a.m. Wednesday, April 16th at the SCHOA office. If you've got concerns about roads and safety in Sun City, please attend and let your voice be heard. Thank you for watching.